Here we go again, another helicopter crash. This is in New York over the Hudson River. This is crazy. Check this out.
And good evening. We are coming on the air tonight with breaking news. A deadly chopper crash in the Hudson River. It happened late today. A tourist helicopter carrying 5 people and 1 pilot suddenly plummeted into the water below. We're going to play for you now the moment it dropped from the sky. And we are pausing here before the moment of impact. What happened next was a furious rescue effort on one of the busiest waterways in the world. The scene reminiscent of the miracle on the Hudson 16 years ago near the same exact location. But the results today, far from a miracle. All 6 on board killed, including 3 children. A warning tonight, some of the images you're about to see are disturbing. Our team is on the scene of the crash, and Sam Brock joins us now live. Sam, they tried so hard to rescue those passengers.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. According to authorities, divers were in the water within minutes of the calls coming in. Look over my shoulder here. You can still see the flashing lights. That's the scene across the Hudson River as we are learning more about the death of a family. 5 kids involved. 3 children involved.
The terrifying final moments of the helicopter flight captured on video as it fell out of the sky and plunged into New York City's Hudson River.
We have multiple boats still in the water conducting searches for any additional occupants of the aircraft.
These images showing the chopper turned upside down in the water.
I need another ambulance. We got another person in the water.
Plane was turned around, sitting there in the water, almost like it was floating.
Tonight, authorities say the crash happened around 3:17 p.m. That 6 people were on board that flight, and there are no survivors.
According to the manifest, aboard the helicopter were 6 people, 1 pilot, 2 adults, and 3 children.
The mayor saying it was a tourist sightseeing flight with a family from Spain on board that had taken off from Lower Manhattan.
I have the entire family members. We're lifting them up in prayer.
We were met by the first responders and they told us they did everything they can to try to save these victims, and you can see the trauma in their face.
Dominic Cognata was walking to a flag football game on Manhattan's West Side when he witnessed the crash. What did you see?
So I just happened to be walking and I heard it sounded like an engine just dying, and it was like do 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 do, and I just turned, I looked, and I saw the helicopter crash and splash into the water.
I'm so tired of hearing about these crashes. It's either 1 or 2 things, or 3 things. You got mechanical failure, and how in 2025 are we still having these mechanical failures? Aren't people employed to check out the mechanics with a checklist every so often on a schedule to see if the machinery is gonna fly and stay in the air? People are paying you to take them around, so shouldn't those costs be associated with some of that money that you're making go back into the maintenance and somebody inspecting the vehicle to see if it's gonna even stay in the air? That's crazy. Then of course you got the weather factor. Sometimes that's uncontrollable, but is there some type of way that they are aware of when to fly and not to fly in those particular conditions for their particular model of aircraft? Then of course you got pilot error. I got another video for y'all to check out that might explain what happened.
The first thing we might notice is that the helicopter is upside down with no tail boom. The engine mount also appears to be missing. In the other side of the frame, you can see what appears to be the rotors and gearbox still spinning. 2 other videos taken from another angle show just how long these rotors kept flying. But that begs the question, how can the main rotors and the tail separate from the aircraft at the same time? But to understand that, we first need to know a little bit about how a helicopter's main rotor system works. Many helicopters, including the Bell 206, use a semi-articulated mast system. The design features a hub attached to a pivot. This allows for the main rotors to tilt semi-independently of the main aircraft body. This is a very useful property for maneuverability. To accelerate, the rearward rotor blades produce more lift, causing the rotors to tilt forward. When they're tilted forward, some of the lift is used as thrust, causing the helicopter to accelerate. With the helicopter accelerating and the body mainly hanging from the main rotors, it'll tend to tilt forward as well to match the rotor blades. In normal flight, This happens smoothly and nearly imperceptibly. There are a lot of other deep complexities around a helicopter's flight systems, but this is enough to understand what might have caused this crash. There is a condition helicopters like this can get into called mast bumping. This happens when these rotors hit their maximum possible tilt angle. That is, the helicopter's hub bumps into the mast. In normal flight, this should never happen. While helicopter designers usually include a tolerance to prevent the rotors from hitting the tail, there's still another catch. Normally, when a helicopter's blades are under load, they will tend to bend upwards, but in some circumstances, such as in rough air, those blades can end up bending downwards. With mast bumping occurring and the blades bending downwards, they can impact the tail, severing it. With that amount of impact, there's certainly enough force to dislodge the engine from the rest of the aircraft.
That explanation sounds more logical to me than anything not understanding any of the mechanics and the aerodynamics of how planes and helicopters fly through rough air and things like that. But it just makes me think that we need to always be grateful and thankful for the time that we have with people that we care about on this planet. You never know when they leave home or even at home. There's planes that crash into homes. You never know when something's gonna happen. Call somebody today, send them a text message, send a DM to them, stop by and actually see them. Arrange something to where you can see them in person. It's so important that we spend time with people that we care about. It's important that people that care about you spend time with you. It's important that when you're traveling, whether in the car, plane, helicopter, train, boat, you're on vacation, going somewhere for a cruise, that you even spend time with each other and tell each other how grateful and thankful for the time that you guys are having, should I say, in those moments. Because you never know, just like that, something happens. And things change forever. So important. The message out of this is many. But again, contact somebody today in whatever form that you feel is necessary. And just appreciate them in whatever form that you think that you should appreciate them in whatever way that they like to be appreciated. Just acknowledge them. Things happen so quickly. They were on vacation, it sounds like, from Spain, according to news reports. And I hate when I hear these reports of people being on vacation from a foreign country to come to the States and there's some disaster that happens to them. They came here for a vacation. They came here to get peace and have fun and see something different. But now they're being sent back home with a body that has no soul. A lifeless body. Back to their families who either reached out to them and supported them or they hadn't been talking for some time. That's the message for today. Reach out to somebody. Bless up, bless down on Mastermind statements. Fly a kite, be free and keep winning.